Before toilet paper existed, people had to get creative. And by creative, I mean using things like corn cobs, rope, broken pottery, and in some cases, a shared sponge on a stick. Yes, shared. For most of human history, post-bathroom hygiene was uncomfortable, unsanitary, and occasionally a genuine health hazard. So how did a simple roll of paper become one of the most essential products on the planet? This is the history of toilet paper. It's something most of us use multiple times every single day, yet we almost never stop to think about it. But the story of toilet paper is surprisingly connected to urbanization, disease prevention, industrialization, and even worldwide panic buying. I'm Aidan Thomas of Hidden History, and this is the story of how civilization finally figured out a better way. In ancient Rome, public latrines used a sponge on a stick called a tersorium. It was rinsed in salt water and reused by everyone. If that sounds unpleasant, that's because it absolutely was. In ancient Greece, people sometimes used broken pieces of pottery. Coastal communities used shells. Rural Americans used corn cobs. Medieval Europeans relied on rags, leaves, moss, or basically anything within arm's reach. There was no standard approach to hygiene because there was no plumbing system like the one we have today. Waste management was already a major challenge, and bathroom hygiene only made things more complicated. Paper was invented in China around 100 BC.
Meanwhile, Europe was still sticking with rags and plant material. Why? Because paper was expensive. It wasn't considered disposable. It was valuable. Far too valuable to use once and throw away. That changed in 1857, when an American named Joseph Gaiety introduced the first commercially packaged toilet paper. He marketed it as medicated paper for the water closet. It came in flat sheets, was infused with aloe, and for reasons known only to Joseph Gaiety, featured his name printed on every sheet. A bold branding strategy. Slightly weird, but bold. Despite the real breakthrough arrived in 1890, when the Scott Paper Company introduced toilet paper on a roll. It was perforated, standardized, convenient, and much closer to what we use today. There was just one small problem. Splinters. Yes, actual wood splinters. Early paper manufacturing wasn't particularly refined, and it took until the 1930s before companies proudly advertised their toilet paper as splinter-free, which is honestly one of those product features you never want to have to think about. As indoor plumbing became common in the early 20th century, demand for toilet paper exploded. Flush toilets needed something that could dissolve. Rags clogged pipes, leaves didn't work, corn cobs were definitely not an option, and the Sears catalog wasn't exactly sewer-friendly either. Toilet paper stopped being a luxury and became part of the infrastructure itself. Here's something most people don't realize. Toilet paper.
During the 1800s, rapidly growing cities faced a serious waste problem. Overflowing cesspools, contaminated water, sewage in the streets. It was a public health disaster. Cholera outbreaks killed tens of thousands. Typhoid spread through drinking water. Dysentery thrived wherever sanitation failed. Entire neighborhoods were devastated. People didn't fully understand germs yet, but they knew something was very wrong. The solution wasn't just flush toilets. It was an entire sanitation revolution. Underground sewer systems, waste treatment facilities, running water, and disposable materials that wouldn't destroy the plumbing. Toilet paper became essential because it dissolved properly. Rags clogged infrastructure. Newspapers jammed.
Fast forward to 2020. Within days of global uncertainty and lockdowns, toilet paper disappeared from store shelves across countries, cultures, and continents. Why toilet paper? It's not food. It's not medicine.
But it's visible, bulky, and tied directly to one of our most basic needs. When people feel that supply chains might fail, they don't just buy essentials. They buy reassurance. The toilet paper shortage revealed something deeper about modern life. Our daily routines depend on countless invisible systems working perfectly behind the scenes. Paper mills, transportation networks, warehouses, and retail logistics.
For most of human history, there wasn't even a proper place to use it. People relied on chamber pots, shared public latrines, or simply the nearest open space. The modern bathroom didn't appear overnight. It required another invention, one that transformed cities, homes, and sanitation forever. In the next episode, we'll explore the strange, surprisingly dramatic history of the toilet itself. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden story behind this everyday object, subscribe, leave a comment about what topic you'd like to see next, and hit the like button. And the next time you're in your bathroom, whether you're sitting there, reaching for a roll, or somehow watching this video at exactly the wrong moment, take a look around. History is everywhere.